Hi, hello everyone. I am Prashant Nandam. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you all know, we have started our Terraform series and we have completed session 5, which is state management. And today we will see what are modules. And before proceeding on to demo, I request you all to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more DevOps related content. Most of the guys are watching videos but not subscribing. I request you all to subscribe for more DevOps related content. Cool. Let's begin today's session. Today we will see session 6 of Terraform, where we will be covering what are modules and what is root module and child module, and we will see what is Terraform registry. So, as usual, I have prepared definitions and notes in our GitHub repo. You can go to our YouTube, go to our GitHub repository and click on Terraform Beginner to Advanced series. There you can see all the notes. Now, if you see definition of module, what is module? It might be a new word for you, but in real scenarios, we'll be using modules most of the times, and mostly we'll be writing modules only. So module is like a Terraform module is a collection of Terraform configuration files that work together to create one or more infrastructures. So let's see the definition. A Terraform module is a collection of Terraform configuration files that work together to create one or more infrastructure resources. In simple words, instead of writing the same configuration again and again, you can create a module once and reuse it. In our previous session, in our session 5, what we have done, we have created, we have seen what is a state file, right? There what we have done, we just wrote in resource and so AMI and instance type, and we ran Terraform apply and all those things. The instance got created. This is, we are declaring the values, and we are just writing the configuration files, not writing any module. Now let's say you have a task where you need to create 20 EC2 instance with the same AMI image and the same instance type, and that too for different environments. In that scenario, what you will do, you can't keep on writing the same code again and again in 20 files or 20 folders or 20 environments, correct? So to avoid that, a module is came into picture, and that module is a reusable Terraform code. Okay. Now if you see here, that is what we mentioned here. Instead of writing the same code again and again, you create a module and you reuse it. Okay, we will see that in detail in a while. So before that, did I have any? Let's go to our whiteboard. I want to explain you a text box. Now what we will see, without module, how the environment will see. Without module, so large in size. I hope this is visible to you. Cool. Without module, the things will be, let's say, demo project. This will be your main folder, and under this you will be having EC2 code. You will write Terraform files for EC2, which is main.tf or variables.tf or tf state file, tfvars. All those things will come under here, correct? That's where we are directly doing. Now with modules, what we'll do, with the module, how the environment will be, we'll be having one main.tf file, and under this we'll be having EC2 module folder Under this folder we will be having again the configuration file names, main.tf or variable.tf, all those things will come under this. So in simple words, to make it easy for you to understand, let me go to VS Code. I'll go to session 4 where we have defined everything. If you see here in our session 4, we have main.tf. What was there in it? Let me see. AWS instance. Okay, this is an EC2. In a main.tf, we have declared the AMI ID and variables, and in output, we have written what we want to see after EC2 creation. In variables, we have mentioned what is string, I mean, whether the type is string or all those information we have provided here. And in TF words, we declare the values, correct. This is without module. We have only session 4 and we wrote all our configuration. This is without module. With module, we will be having only main.tf with the original values. Under this or after this, we will be having another folder with name module, and under that module we'll be having configuration files for EC2 or S3 bucket or the resource or any other resource which we are going to create. I'll just show you in a minute, but before that I'm giving a heads up. Hope you understand. Now we have seen what is module and how the folder structure with module and without module, we have seen that. And I want to tell you it is easy to maintain as well, and there will be standardizations. Let's say suppose you want to create EC2 instance, and in our organization every EC2 follows the same company standards. Okay, I mean, in your organization we will be having some standards for creating an EC2 instance. That might be tags which you are following, or security group naming conventions, or any other AMI images, or all those things. It will be standardized and easy to maintain as well, and less code. If you see here, we'll be having without module we might write another code for VPC, and again for main.tf, all those things comes, right? But with module we will write another folder with module, and under this we'll write some other code, and we just call this model whenever we require. Okay, hope you're getting me. So let's start our demo, today's demo. You can go to notes for our GitHub repo. I'm not going much into notes for today, as it will be a demo part more interestingly. So what I'll do, I'll create a folder with the name, it's creating session 6. Cool, we have session 6 today. Here under this session I will write main.tf. Let me show you a few things before that. Main.tf, and then variables.tf, and then main dot outputs. Let's write outputs as well, outputs.tf. Then at last we write tfvars, terraform.tf vars. Now this is root module. What all we have defined here is called a root module, which means where we will run Terraform init, Terraform. Here we will be run Terraform init, Terraform apply, all those things, right? In this main we will be writing. So session 6 and the other folders, or where we will be writing Terraform init, Terraform plan, all those is called root module. Okay, hope you understood. Now without module we will be having all these folders, right? Now if I run here Terraform apply or Terraform init, Terraform plan, that will be root folder. So this session 6 is a root folder. Hope you understood. This path is the root module path. Hope you understood. Now, before proceeding on to our model demo, I want to explain you one more thing here, which is child module. In simple words, any module called from the root module is called a child module. Let me explain it to you very clearly. I'll take another text here. Let's say demo project. Under this demo project, we have main.tf. This is the root file, root module. Okay. Now again, we have demo project. Under this, we have main.tf. Under this, we have ec2 module. Under this, we have ec2 configuration. I'm not writing all main.tf variables.tf all the time. Just I'm mentioning ec2 configuration. Imagine we will be having multiple folders in place of ec2 configuration. So now this part, when you run this part, is the one, this is, which is root module. Okay. And this part here where you are seeing ec2 module is there, right, is the child module. What I mentioned, any module called from the root module is called child module. Okay. Whatever you write here and you are calling that from this main.tf or demo project, right? So the thing which you are calling, what you are calling here is you are calling from demo project. That is why demo project is the root module and ec2 is the child module. Hope it is clear to you now. Cool. Now let's go to VS Code. Here I want to mention few more things. This main.tf or which is root module is of entry point. Okay, runs Terraform commands here and it calls the child module, and only one per project. I mean, you may have only one module, one root folder per one project. And let's create a child module now here. For that, I have to remove all these things because we don't need them now. I just mentioned to explain you what is child module and root module. I'll keep only main.tf here. Cool. We have session 6 and main.tf. I'll mention a folder here, that is ec2. Okay. Under this ec2, I will write files which are main.tf, variables.tf. I'm not okay. Let's write output as well, output.tf. So I have written three folders. What are main.tf, outputs.tf, variables.tf. Now if you see, this is root module, this is child module. You will be calling this ec2 child module from your root module, which is main.tf. I'll show you in a while. I'll write a program and I'll explain you. Let's bring our variables from session 4 because I'll just create ec2 instance. What it is, variables.tf. Yeah, I'll just paste our variables.tf here. Cool. We have mentioned variables.tf here, and then what we need to mention after variables.tf, main.tf. Click on main.tf. In main.tf, what you need, I'll copy from here, copy from resource to tags. Cool. Then what we have, outputs.tf. Let's keep only these two and outputs. Okay. Now we have main.tf with empty, variables.tf with variables, and inside ec2 we have under main.tf where we have mentioned what instance id we required. So here this thing is not required. Why? Because we are using this as a module, so that is not required here. Cool. This is what we required for now. Instance type count diagonal name. Output also we have done. Now what all we have written till now is for module. This EC2 is our module, and inside EC2 we have main.tf where we are telling resource which is AWS instance, and we are giving it as demo. Here we are providing just instance type, and these two are optional. You can ignore if it is not required, or if you don't want to use them. And tags I have mentioned so and so. After that, what you have provided variables. What I mentioned, AWS region, instance name, and all those things I have provided. After that, output. What I want to see after creating EC2, instance ID and public IP. Now this is the module I have written. Let me switch back to it. This thing. This session 6 was your root folder, and inside session 6 we are using EC2. This is child module. Why we are calling it from the root module, which is session 6. EC2 is our module. Okay, now I'll go back a bit to session 6. Now what I have to do, let's minimize this thing for a while. Go to session. I'll close, copy this main.tf providers, copy this provider, and in session 6 we have main.tf, right? Not inside EC2 folder, only in main.tf. Click on that main.tf, provide this providers, save this file. After that, what we have to do, you have to mention module. Okay, give module name as EC2. Why? Because we are creating for EC2. If it is for any other, you can just mention other value. Click source and mention, go to here, cd session cd EC2, click pwd. This is our path, right? Click on this, copy, provide it here. Now what we are telling, we are telling module, we are telling the root folder to call this EC2 from this folder. Okay, after that, what we have to write, we need to give other parameters as well, which is we haven't provided AMI value here, right? We just mentioned instance type, all those things. So we have to provide AMI value here, which is AMI equal to, we can copy from here, AMI, the same thing I will be using. So copy this thing. Don't get confused because I'm moving into multiple folders. I'm just using session 4 to copy the IDs, AMI IDs or other tools. Cool, we have mentioned this here. Now what you need, after that instance type you need, we have mentioned AMI, and let's copy them from here only. AMI instance type, where we have mentioned TFRs, underscore type is equal to, let's use it as t2.micro. I hope it is available for that AMI ID. And then variable what left, instance name. Let's provide our instance name as well. Instance underscore name equal to, let's give it as EC2 demo, and save this file. Okay, our module is ready. Now I close all this. Before that, let me show you. This is our main folder, main.tf, from where we are creating EC2 instance. We'll be running Terraform apply from session 6, not from EC2. Okay, provider we are using AWS, correct, and what we are calling module EC2 we are calling source, from where we are taking that, from this path, the demo session 6 EC2 we are calling all other variables, I mean all other parameters, which is main.tf, outputs.tf, variables.tf. You may have multiple modules for multiple resources. You can create another folder with name VPC. Under that VPC you may again have main.tf, output.tf, and you can write another module with name VPC and provide the parameters to use. Okay, now see, I'm in which path, session 6. I will run Terraform init here. Just give me a moment. Initializing the backend module.line. Could not download module easy to main.tf source code from demonstration invalid source permit. Okay, it is no, we can mention simply this path as well. This is where in this manner we can give, because with same folder, right? Now it will work. Unreadable module. Cool. Let's try now. I'm in same path, right? I can use dot forward slash and EC2. It will initialize the module. It will initialize the Terraform init. Let's wait till it finish. Cool. Now if you see here, Terraform initialization successful. We will be seeing dot files here. Yeah, those files will be in Terraform 6 folder, not another folder. Okay, module C, module JSON it has identified, and providers, this separate thing. Okay, so terraform.log HCL file is also we are able to see. Now let's clear the screen. Let's run Terraform plan. It will show you what it is going to create. Unsupported argument name AMI is not expected here. I might not mention this variable. Yeah, instance type, instance name, AWS region, instance count, instance name string. Okay, let's write it here. We haven't defined this, right? So let's define this variable here as well. Variable AMI. Okay, and type equal to string. That is fine. Did I mention in module? Here I have to write AMI equal to var.ami. Yeah, now it will work. The thing is, I haven't provided, I wrote only AMI value in our main.tf, which is in root module, but I haven't mentioned that anywhere in child module. So that is the reason it was unable to call or use that value. So now it will use. Oh, I just copy pasted the region as it is, but I have what I did in session 4 we have tf vars, and there we have provided all the values, right? Correct. Here in root folder we have to provide, and I haven't provided that one, and I was calling something else. What was our default one? AP south one. AP iPhone south iPhone one. Yeah, codes, it is mandatory. AP iPhone South iPhone 1, that's what I believe. AP iPhone South iPhone 1, yeah. We have provided South iPhone 1, EC2 we are calling the module, and then AMA value so and so we have provided, and instance type T2doc micro, instance name also we have provided. Let's save this file. and give a try again. See, the issue has been resolved. The thing is, I just copy pasted the region as variable. I forgot to rename. I haven't noticed that thing. That is why we are having that issue. So I renamed that thing. And another thing, I haven't provided the variable as AMI in variables.tf, because in main.tf we have provided, right, var.ami. That's the reason. So I rewrote main.tf as AMI var.ami. And here, cool. Now let's see what it is saying. Come here. Terraform will perform the following action. Module EC2 AWS instance demo 0 will be created with AMI ID so and so. All other information we can see here. One to add. Now, if I enter Terraform apply, the instance will get created. Before that, I want to recap the things very clearly and quickly. Let's go back to our GitHub notes. We are speaking about modules. What we thought, what is module? It is a reusable code. Instead of writing code multiple times, we create a module once and we use multiple times, or we can recall it, right? What we did here, session 6, our folder, main folder, there we have written main.tf. In main.tf, we have provided region. We wrote providers. And here, if you see, we are using module and source as EC2 folder, because the folder EC2 is also under session 6. That is why I'm using dot forward slash EC2. If it is in any other folder, we have to provide dot forward slash and so path. Source means this is the module and this is the EC2, similar to AWS. I mean, similar to you AWS region or other things where you provide name. And in source, we are calling the EC2 folder. Okay. In EC2 folder, what we have, let's see it very quickly. Remember, this is the module EC2 and this is the reusable one. And in module EC2, what we have, and again main.tf. In main.tf, what we mentioned, instance, we are creating a resource and we have mentioned AWS instance. We are declared the values here. To create an EC2 instance, what we need, AMI image is mandatory. So I have provided AMI value as var.ami. Then instance type is also required. Again, var.instance type. This is, you can ignore this too. I just mentioned, I just copy pasted from session 4, so I don't want to delete. Tags name for EC2 instance. Then after what we have provided in module output, what I want to see after creating EC2 instance ID, and then public IP. So I have provided the values. In main.tf, I have declared the variables, right? So I have written a variable.tf file. What I have written, AWS region boss, it is string, where AMI is also a string, instance type, all these things are strings. I have provided all the values. In general, we mentioned all variable names only here. We declared variable here. If you see variables.tf, we wrote what variables we are using and what it is type, and default value. You can mention description as well here if you like to, and I recommend you to mention description as well. In module EC2, we again provided AMI value and we declared variables as we learned in our previous session 4, where we write main.tf, variables.tf, all other things. For brief explanation of variables, main.tf, output.tf, I request you to watch our session 4 Terraform video. There you will understand more in detail, because we have discussed so much information there. Now, we haven't declared these values, right? This main.tf, AMI value, we haven't declared, and we are not gonna use tf vars here as well. So I have declared them in root folder, which is under session 6 we have main.tf, right? There I have provided, see, EC2 source is so and so module boss, and what values I need, these three values I need: AMI value, instance type, instance name. See, I have provided AMI value, instance type, instance name. These three parameters have provided. Apart from this, I haven't written any other folder. You may think, boss, you are telling it is reusable model and you again wrote EC2. So how can it will be I mean, if it is a reusable module, why you wrote again main.tf all other things in EC2, and why you created a folder EC2 inside session 6? Let me explain you. First, to reuse a module, we need a module, right? That is why I have created a EC2 folder. It is not mandatory to create a EC2 module folder in your working directory. Let's say, suppose I'm working in session 6, right? It is not mandatory for me to create the module under the session 6. I may have that folder wherever I wish to have. The only thing is, I just provide that value here to make it more easy for you. Let's copy all these things. Okay, copy all those things, and I'll create a folder demo. Let me show you. Demo module. Okay, have created demo module here. Here I'll write only main.tf, nothing else I'll write. I'll paste our end. What happened? Okay, let me copy this entire thing. I'll remove all other details. I'll clear the screen as well. Now ignore the session 6 as well. I have only main.tf under demo module. Okay, cool. Hope you understood. I do not have EC2 module or any other. I have module written under session 6 inside EC2 folder, and this EC2 is my module. Now I want to use those module under this demo module main.tf path. So let me come back. If I do ls, I have demo module here. Let me switch back to my demo module folder, clear the screen. If I do ls, I have only main.tf, nothing else here. Okay, so what I'll do, I will run Terraform init first. I want to show you one thing, so let me run. What it is saying, unreachable module directory. Why? Because the module path is not correct. I have to provide session 6. Now it will work. Okay, you know what happened? I have provided the source as wrong, because I have to give all the path, like this complete path I have to provide, but I haven't provided. So what I did, I have provided dot dot for session 6, which means it will go one directory up. Okay, now our current directory is demo, right? And when I use dot dot, it will go one directory up, which means it will go into session 6, and I haven't saved this file. If you see here, the module is working. It all depends on you mentioning the source file correctly. If the path is wrong, it will give similar type of errors. If the path is correct, it will initialize the git correctly. Sorry, it will initialize the Terraform correctly. I was into git word. I unexpectedly I mentioned git because I mostly I work on git, right? So I provided that sentence. Cool. See, now in demo folder we have only main.tf. Under that we have declared the values for our variable, and we are calling this module ec2. And now if I run Terraform plan, it will show you what it gonna create. See, same when we run session 6, when we are in session 6 folder, and when we run Terraform plan, it has provided the same output. The similar output we will get in demo folder as well. Why? Because the values are changed, the values might be differ. In our case, I provided the same value because we are creating ec2, and these are the mandatory parameters for creating ec2. And so the Terraform will use this provider as AWS, and it will understand it has to create resource in AP South 1, and we provided module block here, right? And source we have provided so and so path. So from demo module folder, it will use the provider AWS and calls the module EC2 from the source location, and uses the declared values for creating that EC2 instance. Okay, hope you understood. Cool. That's how we use Terraform module. If you want to see, I can't run Terraform apply as well. Okay, let me run and see. I'll provide AS. I am running from demo module folder. See, meanwhile, I'll go into our AWS where it is AP South 1. What it is? AWS page config migration. API from South 1. Click on home EC2. We will be seeing the instance which we are creating. See, EC2 demo is running. It's already started creating, and it is showing us running. Instance is created, and see the outputs here. Yes, creation completed. See, this is instance demo created. ID is this one, 98B. It will be same 98B. Pay as you go model. Let me destroy the Terraform first. Terraform resources. Terraform destroy. Yes, boss. Destroying. So now it will be destroying what all it has created. This is how we will be using modules. You can write Terraform module for anything. It might be for VPC, EC2, or S3 bucket, whatever you wish to create. If you have any doubts or questions related to the topic, kindly provide them in the comment section. I'll try to answer them. Cool. Resource has been destroyed. Let me verify in console. Instance. Refresh the page. Terminated. It was showing some volumes or something not deleted, right? Storage. No block storage. Root device. Cool. The resource got deleted. Cool. That's it from my end for today. Hope you enjoyed the session. I kindly request you all to subscribe to my channel for more DevOps related content, and share the information to someone who is interested in learning DevOps courses. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.